Joanne Hakaraia-Olson tōku ingoa. No Ngāti Raukawa, no Ngāti Whakauea hau. Tamakima koutou e noho ana au. Kia ora everyone, I'm Joanne. I'm coming to you live from my whare in Tamakima koutou in Auckland. Henderson to be exact, along the Opanuku stream. And aroha mai for that, for the delay. I had trouble with the, I don't know, could have been YouTube, it could have been Wi-Fi, but hey aha, we're here. Okay, so really awesome to be outside. I'm hoping that I'm live, so I'm going to just first of all check the what am I checking? Chat. Check that there's a chat. So if you're watching, please say kia ora, and that you can hear me okay and that you can see me okay. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's, what does that do? Chat filter, chat, all messages. Okay, welcome to live chat. All right, so that should be going. All right, kia ora everybody. Okay, let's go. So I'm just checking. What does that do? No, we don't want that. Okay, let's go. Let's just start anyway. It's a beautiful day here in Tamakima koutou, and I decided that all my lives will be from my YouTube channel, only because it's a much easier platform to work with when you're not doing lives. So I wanted to talk about Māpou, or the red matipo, or Myrsine australis, which is the one that we're, this little rako here. Just I'm going to turn you around because this is what this can do. Okay. So here is one specimen of the red matipo, and notice how it's got the red stem. And this one, it has been self-seeded, and it's just popped up in the mara, popped up in the garden. Myrsine australis, red matipo, or Māpou. I'm going to turn you around and I'm going to show you another Māpou, and hopefully we still get coverage. So this channel, by the way, Rongoā in my backyard, is about the rongoā in my backyard. So things that we can use in our backyard for rongoā, plants that we can use for kai. And yeah, so that's what this channel is all about. So I'm just going to turn you around again and have a look at this Māpou. So here's the red stem again. This one's been self-seeded as well, but it's got the little splotches on it, this one. But all the Māpou in this property have been self-seeded by the manu, and we've had this property for a while, and we've only just returned to living back in it, so it's really good to have a look around what is growing, what is coming up. And here's some more Māpou here. These are all self-seeded. These ones look really healthy, and there's a couple in the back, and there's also some little baby ones growing. Little baby one here. Look at that. These are taonga, you know, when you see these little pepe coming up. And also there's a few more over here. Actually, if we've still got good Wi-Fi, I'm going to head back to where it's nice and close. Because I have a feeling it might be going in and out. So, Māpou, Matipo, there's a number of ways that that you can say it, and iwi have different names for the term. I like Māpou. I like the sound of Māpou because it reminds me, whenever I hear that word, it feels there's a lot of strength there, and I can feel the po, or the sentinel, the strength in the rākau. And so I like to say Māpou because there's many things. So Māpou was traditionally used for a lot of things back in the day, and its main mahi was that it was used for ceremonies, for healing ceremonies, for tangihanga, for growing kumara, and it was a rākau that was used for invoking. And when you see Māpou growing strong and naturally and in its natural habitat, it is like a sentinel. Like it's got amazing power. You know, this mauri is so strong, and it's just a beautiful rākau to work with. So traditionally also Māpou was used for, it's very good for the heart. It's very good for the heart in that it works with the blood, it purifies the blood, and it strengthens blood vessels. The blood vessels become more flexible with the rongoā of Māpou, so therefore it's good for things like spider veins or bruising. It lowers cholesterol, so it's strengthening the veins in the body, in the arteries. That's what it does. It strengthens the veins, therefore it's good for the blood, and it's good for anything that it nurtures the heart, of course. It lowers cholesterol, so that's a really beautiful rongoā to know that it does that. But in saying that, if you do have high cholesterol and you've got things going on with your veins, I would always recommend talking to your doctor, your health practitioner, before using any rongoā. Using any rongoā, because our rongoā is really potent. There's been lots of tests done on our native plants in Aotearoa. Lots of science, a lot of testing has been done, and they're getting results back, and the public don't really know about it, but we've known this knowledge for so long. I mean, it's mātauranga Māori. We've known this for so long, and how did we know? How did we know about the rongoā of these plants? And you could say that it was tried and tested on people, and maybe it was, but I really do feel that the rongoā, how we learnt about the rongoā of the plants, is through direct communication, through direct communication, through insights, through dreams, through passing down of information, but having that direct communication to the plants was the main way of learning about the rongoā. So we would look at the plants and how they grew on the whenua, how they grew on the taiao, and what other plants they grew next to, and what kind of soil it grew in, and what kind of climate it liked. What was the plant doing for Papa Tuanuku, our Earth Mother? What was the plant doing for Papa Tuanuku? Because that's how we learn what the rongoā is. It wasn't about using it for ourselves. It was about what was it doing for Papa Tuanuku, and then when we worked that out, understood that then we knew that it was valuable for us and for the animals. And we also watched what the manu would eat and how animals would use the rākau. I mean, there were many different ways, but the main way was direct communication through spiritual communication, through insights. That was how we got our mātauranga Māori. That was how we got that. And now science is testing these plants as well, and getting results and getting the backup for that. But for me, you know, and for a lot of others, when we see the rākau in the taiao, we feel its mauri first, feel its wairua, and you can feel, you know, if a rākau is a sentinel, is like a pou, is a sentinel for the area, or whether it's been used for sacred rituals as well. You can feel the mauri. So that's why it's really important to know the whakapapa, or the genealogy of the whenua, of the land where you're harvesting or where you're working, because a lot of the plants were used that way. And just getting back to Māpou. Oh, kia ora, kia ora, kia ora koutou. I see you there, I see you there. Kia ora everybody. No mai haramai to my channel. And I just want to share about the channel, Rongoā in my mara, Rongoā in my garden. It is about the rongoā that is growing around my whare, and things that we can use, the plants that we can use for rongoā and for kai. And if I can do something with that rongoā, then I can share that with you, and how I make it into something, because it's in the backyard. Sometimes if I have to go out a little bit into, say, like a reserve, or I will do so. I know, so I'm on the cusp of a ngahere. There's a ngahere just next door, and so I've pretty much got good fertile soil, and a lot of seedlings do pop up of native plants. So I'm going to have to do something with those, like pot them. So I'll start to give them away eventually, and I'll probably do that on this channel. But yeah, just letting you know that that's what this channel is all about. I'm going to try and do a live every Sunday around this time, and you'll be notified. So make sure you're subscribed and you have that notification button up. And every week it'll be about a particular rongoā, rākau that's growing around me. So today's rākau is Māpou, and I will do another video on Māpou, on how I use it in my whare hauora, how I use it in my clinic, how I use it with clients. So I also do miri. I see clients during the week. Our whare hauora is on our property as well, and all the rongoā that I need is there and around me, and I'll show you how I use the rongoā um, for specific ailments and things like that. So with Māpou, so if I was to give that to someone, so it's good for, it's an anti-inflammatory, okay, so it takes away pain. It lessens pain. So in the day it was good for toothache. You could make a wairako, a cup of tea, a wairako with the leaves and the stem, and it would warm the body. It would work with the blood. So it would, it's good for taking away pain. So headaches, it's also good for warming the body up as well. You know, just by looking at that rako, it looks like a fire sentinel, and it's got the red veins through it like fire, so it is going to warm up the body. So if someone comes in with cold hands and feet, I'll give them some Māpou to drink, and keep checking on them, you know, to see if that sort of warms them up. Yeah, so it's an anti-inflammatory. It's also it's a antioxidant as well, so it's really good for blood vessels, low in cholesterol. It's good for arthritic pain as well. So that science has done some tests that it's got compounds in it that's good for arthritic pain, and yeah, so pretty powerful rako. But just remember, also acknowledge the fact that it was really used for sacred rituals, and that it has that mana. It has that mana, and to remember the mana that it holds. It wherever. So with that front mara that I just showed you, and it's got all those baby Māpou growing, I look at that, and it's all growing on the edge. I look at that and I think, oh, okay, so they've self-seeded. What is the tohu here? I look at the tohu of why they're growing. And yes, they've been seeded by manu, but everything's the tohu, you know, so nature, our environment is exactly who we are. You know, we are nature, we are one with it, we are what we see in front of our eyes. So everything is a tohu. So when I look at that mara and I see the Māpou growing around the outskirts, I immediately started to think of, oh, this would be really good for kumara, for growing kumara, because they were planted as a pou to take care of the kumara. And so that's what I saw for the front mara, and because I looked, and that is what I'm going to grow there. That's the tohu that I got from just looking at that. I thought I could repot those or just let them grow, but no, I'm just going to plant kumara. So that's pretty exciting. Once again, kia ora. Are you just here in New Zealand? I-N-N-G. I am in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland. I'm in West Auckland. And yeah. Whereabouts are you? So I'm in New Zealand. Someone says, oh my God, I would love seedlings. Yeah, I will. I am getting onto that, so I'll start potting them up. I've found a few other seedlings as well, so we get rimu, tōtara, they all get seeded here. But before I do anything with them, I look at the tohu and see, are they meant to be here? Are they for someone else, or whatever. So, any pātai around Māpou, or any pātai around something that you might want to ask? Where is your clinic? West Auckland, Tamaki Makaurau. There is a bit of a wait list at the moment So you can go onto my website, rongoā.com, and check out the bookings there. I think there is a bit of a wait list, so yeah. Ka pai. Kia ora, if you're new to my channel. Were you always on YouTube, or did you come across from Facebook? Just, it'd be great to know where you've all come from. I'm just thinking if there's anything else that I'm to share about Māpou. I guess really to acknowledge its mana. Like, it is like an atua. The kaitiaki are huge of this rākau. Their purpose was all about being a sentinel, the po. They were the strength. They held the mana of a particular area. They held the mana of the tohunga who would use them. I mean, these are sacred, powerful beings with this rākau. So just to remember, just to acknowledge, you know, their mana. I think that's the main one. Ai. What does this rongoā look like? Ah, aroha mai. All right, let's, I'll turn you around, and so this is one that's been seeded. So it looks like this has got the wavy, greeny, yellowy leaf, and it's also got a red stem. Let's try this way. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Yeah, see the red veins? Where am I? There. See the red stem? That gives you an idea, and it helps you to identify matipo or Māpou, red Māpou. There is another rākau that is similar, black matipo, but it has a black stem. Okay, so this is the red. And I just need to say, to make sure that you can properly identify the rākau before using them, but this grows pretty much in a lot of places. It's usually in forest margins, looking after the ngahere. That's where its places. Ai. This is my kuri. Okay, stumbling across your channel is a bit of a tohu. I'm about to learn rongoā in the weekend coming here in Tamaki. Oh, ka pai. That's awesome. You're going to be learning rongoā. That's awesome. I love that. It's a good place to start, hey? Wherever you're going, is to go and learn at a wānanga or wherever you're going to learn. And then, can I suggest, and you probably already do, is be in the ngahere and just start to learn about the plants one by one plant at a time. Here's another. Oh, let me turn you around. Here we go. Here's another one that's self-seeded. This is a big, to me this is like, I saw its mauri during the week. That's it there. And I saw it as the sacred po that it is. So this one, yeah. This one is pretty big. It's getting there. Come on. Hopefully the Wi-Fi is working. Ka pai. Okay, whānau, I think that nearly half an hour. It's been great. I love having a kōrero about rongoā, and if I can help in any way, just come on a Sunday and we'll have a kōrero. Ka pai. Okay, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon. Kia pai tō rā. And we'll see you on Sunday. Ka kite.